Voting results for congressional seats don't add up, and this isn't random. This is gerrymandering. After the 2012 election, Sam Wang, neuroscientist and professor at Princeton University, noticed that something was off. Democrats were simply winning more votes, but not more seats. So he built computer models to simulate election outcomes. His forecasts were so accurate that the Washington Post named him the top election modeler of the year, and what he found was hard to ignore. In North Carolina, for example, Democrats won 51% of the congressional popular vote. His simulation average predicted that they should win 7 of the 13 seats, but in reality, they only won 4. And that outcome showed up in his model only 1% of the time. In Pennsylvania, it was even more extreme. Again, despite the Democrats winning the popular vote, Republicans took 13 of the 18 seats. His simulation showed that outcome had only 1 in 1,000 odds. So this wasn't just unlikely, it was statistically extraordinary. And it gets worse. Wang concluded that the maps created such a built-in advantage that Democrats would have to win the popular vote by 7 percentage points just to take control of the House. Think about that. Not just win, but to win by a landslide, just to break even. That's not democracy, that's engineered. And he's not the only one saying it. Journalist for Rolling Stone Tim Dickinson wrote about this in an article called How Republicans Rigged the Game, where he interviewed David Wasserman, one of the top election analysts in the country. His conclusion? Democrats would need to win the national popular vote by 6 to 7 points, just to win the barest possible House majority. That's 100 Democrat voters for every 94 Republicans. Let that sink in. One side has to win by a clear margin, just to barely take power. That's not competitive, that is structural. In Arizona, Michigan, North Carolina, Pennsylvania, Wisconsin, the party that won more votes didn't win more seats. So what are we actually looking at? This is exactly what David Daley was warning about in his book, Rat Fucked, Why Your Vote Doesn't Count. He points to the political scientist Andrew Reynolds at the University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, whose work helped shape the Electoral Integrity Project, one of the most comprehensive systems for measuring election fairness. When Reynolds applied his own system to his state, North Carolina, the results were alarming. The state scored just 58 out of 100 on electoral integrity. And according to the analysis, if North Carolina were a country, it would rank as a deeply flawed democracy, slightly above failed. And when measuring legal framework and voting systems, North Carolina scored just 7 out of 100. One of the worst scores ever recorded. At that point, we're not debating election outcomes. We're questioning the entire system itself.